Yeah, resume. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. So pretty much what I want to do is create some type, I'm not gonna say a course or anything, but some type of I want to create something that talks about Black history. So
Okay.
because my POP is dealing with young Black males, because we all know in education they're behind, but I want to figure out a way to try to catch them up,
Okay.
and be college ready.
Very cool. Yeah.
Um, my project, I want to take an idea and either make it immersive
Mhm.
later or interactive some type of way. And
Okay.
I talked to Dr. Unger and them last week, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I really like that. Sounds good." And we were looking at what's the program that you were
I
doing?
use Midjourney.
There you go, Midjourney.
Midjourney, yeah.
We pulled it up, and I didn't know what the hell I was looking at.
Okay.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, you need to talk to William because William knows this stuff and he does it for architecture." Da, da, da. I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll reach out to him." But instead of just writing a paper and all that, I'd rather have it like a presentation so I can show people. I think
Cool.
something
Yeah.
like that works out better.
Yeah, cool. Very cool.
So
So
that's why I'm here. Like, what
awesome.
can I use Midjourney for on this? I know the the history point, because I'm from North Carolina. I want to do the Wilmington massacre in the late 1800s.
Okay.
Um, we were looking up some things while we were having our discussion, and some things came up didn't look all that good, and some things,
Okay.
so. And here I am.
Okay. Awesome. So let's just jump right in. I'm going to share my screen and I'll show
Okay.
you let me see here, share screen. And I started working on this maybe like a couple hours ago, maybe like
Okay.
2 hours ago. It's been a crazy day. My battery died in my car, so I
Oh
had to
man.
go get a new battery. But I started off, let me just scroll up to the top here. I went through, I'll show you, I went through a couple of things. Like I did a Google search for essential moments in Black history in the United States. And the list,
Right.
and then I looked up essential icons of Black history. And then I also looked up famous photographers during the era so that I could put in this picture right here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So this is a picture I made in Midjourney.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it looks like it's unbelievable. It looks like a real photograph. You know what I mean?
It looks like something that today, like it's a selfie. It looks like a damn selfie.
Yeah, so what this is what I wrote. I wrote 1960s vintage black and white photograph, cinematic shot, ultra wide angle shot, far away shot angle in the style of Warren Leffler. Warren Leffler was a very famous civil rights photographer. So I
Okay.
figured this is some of the stuff that you can do in Midjourney, like just by doing a little bit of um, looking at trying to make an image look really authentic. You can go to look at the photographers that might have taken a photograph like this of Martin Luther King Jr. speaking to a very large gathering of people at the Lincoln Memorial, looking thoughtfully. So let's do a few. I'll show you just some of the other ones I made. I went back and did some of Frederick Douglass, and
Mhm.
it's not it doesn't. I mean, some of them may look like a younger Frederick Douglass, but you can
Yeah.
see how it doesn't really. I can make them bigger. Like I think this one in the top left could look a little like a younger Frederick Douglass. Like most of the pictures I see of Frederick Douglass, he's got a little gray hair. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And but you can see you can put in um, what did I write here? So for this, I looked at the kind of photography that was available at this time, and they had these vintage glass plate photographs. So I wrote vintage sepia glass plate photograph, cinematic shot, eye level shot, Frederick Douglass seated looking thoughtfully. So what we'll do is we'll just go through some of the prompts that I wrote and the images that they came up with. And then
Okay.
maybe we can work on a few together and we'll go through it step by step. And I'll just explain some of the ways you can play with it a little bit to get what you want out of it. So
Okay.
I did additional variations of that and it gave me other images of that the Midjourney is presenting as like a younger Frederick Douglass, you know. And then I put Frederick Douglass seated in a large library with a map on the wall, looking thoughtfully. So here's another one. But what else? Let me see down here. Then I put some like with this was the first time I tried. This was the first one I tried with Martin Luther King, and I wasn't happy with the way this one came out. Although they're pretty good. Like I think it came out pretty good. But yeah, we'll go through step by step, and I'll explain like exactly how to get images like this. And then this is when I tried to make it like a little bit more realistic, and I looked up the photographer from that era that photographed the civil rights era. And then I played a little bit more with that. I got a bunch. I thought the image came out really well, so I did a bunch of variations of it, but we'll talk about that. And then I wanted to I wanted to do one with Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln together signing the Emancipation Proclamation. Because I was just thinking about like Black history, and I was thinking about vital moments in Black history, and I wanted to like get some stuff ready so that when we sat down to talk, I could show you some examples. And
Okay.
some of these are not too bad. I wish like I wish I wish Midjourney was able to portray Frederick Douglass in a way that really looked like Frederick Douglass. Like I'll show you what I mean. Like I think like some of these kind of look like Abraham Lincoln, but I don't think that they capture Frederick Douglass too well. You know what I mean? And
No, it doesn't look like him. And
no, right?
the only one that looks like Abraham Lincoln on here is the bottom right to
Yeah,
me.
this one over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so I think some of them later I kept doing it more. Um, some of them looked okay, but yeah, it doesn't really look like Frederick Douglass. And that could be part of the fault. Like with AI, like what AI does, I'm gonna come off the share for a second just so we can talk about like stop share.
Okay.
Just so we can talk about like AI a little bit. So AI is like it creates this thing called a large language model, which
Hmm.
maybe you're familiar with. What it does is it scrapes, it like gathers all this huge volume of data, like from the internet. And the internet is just filled with inaccuracies, mistakes, all the inherent bias that is pervasive and human experience is also in the internet. So it's there are some AI that try to address that. So like Adobe has this thing, it's called Firefly. And
Hmm.
like if you um if you type into Midjourney like a doctor speaking to students, like it may like maybe we'll do it as an example and just see what it comes up with. But it Midjourney doesn't try to address the inherent bias that's pervasive on the internet. So like if I go down here and I type in like imagine a doctor speaking to a, a group of students. So let's just see what happens. So I just wrote in like a doctor speaking to a group of students, and
Hmm.
now Midjourney is kind of working to put together just a generic image of a doctor. Oh, sorry, of a doctor speaking to a bunch of students. So that's part of the reason. Yeah, so it presents looks like a white male, right? That's part of the inherent bias that's a problem with AI.
So let
It
me ask you this. Does this work with discourse only? Discord only?
um yeah, yeah, other no, most of the AI are biased like this,
Okay.
except for this one called Firefly. So Firefly is made by Adobe, and if I put the same prompt into Firefly, it
Hmm.
would give me like a woman doctor African American doctor, like Asian American doctor, and it would make it like diverse. You know, it would be like a diverse group of doctors. So
Gotcha.
this is part of the bias. So it's important to know that, like, from my perspective, like I try to develop like a critical consciousness about what I do, and if I'm using a software, I try to understand like, oh, I see how this software is biased, and I have to be aware of that. You know, so but okay, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, just so we're aware of like what we can do here. So okay, so let's do a prompt together, and then we'll go through it. So when I write a prompt, let me just copy this one. Does this one came out okay? Copy it. So this is Midjourney, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the way you create a prompt in Midjourney is basically you go down to the bottom where this little plus is, you click in there and you hit /, and then you go up to imagine. And imagine is like you can write anything here. You can write like you know, just anything that you could possibly imagine, like a lion riding a bicycle at the beach. You know, let's just a lion riding a bicycle at the beach in a snowstorm. In the snowstorm. Okay. And it's gonna right now what Midjourney is doing is Midjourney has a like a library of
Mm-hmm.
billions and billions of images. And right now it's going through and it's looking up the word lion, it's looking up like riding, it's looking up bicycle, it's looking up beach. And now it's like it's stitching together all of these images to try to come up with what it thinks is what I want. And
Wow, it is.
yeah, so then this is it. A lion riding a bicycle at the beach in winter. You know what I mean? And that's
Mm-hmm.
what we get. This is funny. It's kind of funny, you know. But
That's so cool. Like you can just make up something and it'll go find it for you.
you can make up, yeah, anything. So that's what the program does. It
Okay.
looks like the huge, it's like I figured it out once. Like if a human being read a book a week from the age 20 to the age 80, I forget, it's like a few thousand books. It's like 5,000 books or something. It's not a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe less than that. Maybe it's like 3,000 books. The volume of information that this AI has, it's like billions and billions of books. So it's going through all of this information to come up with something that we want. So that's what it's doing. So below these four images, right, one, two, three, four,
Mm-hmm.
you can see the way the images are numbered is like the top left is number one,
Mm-hmm.
top right is number two, the lower left is number three, and the lower right is number four. So one, two, three, four. And then below that, you have like a where it says U1, U2, U3, U4.
Mm-hmm.
U means upscale. So that means if I hit U1, like I just pressed it, it's going to give me like a larger, more detailed version of the first one of this
Okay.
one here. So each of these, say I like this one down here, which is U4, I would hit U4. And that's going to give me a more like detailed like version of U4. And then it should be coming up now. Yeah, here it is. So let's say I liked U4 a lot, but below that, you also see this V1, V2, V3, V4.
Mm-hmm.
Those are variations. So what we can do is like, if you liked four and you say, you know, I like four, but I want to see some variations of four, you can hit V4 and then we'll scroll down. And right now at the bottom, you can see over here, it says 0, 20%. It's working through creating variations of version 4. So
Okay.
now it's 35%. And we'll just give it a second. Here it is. Done. So now, if we go back up to what version 4 looked like, it looked like this. I made
Mm-hmm.
an upscaled version, which is here. And then we did variations of this. And you can see how the variations are kind of similar. And let's just see here for a second. They're kind of similar, but they all have some little like minor. It's taking a little time.
Yeah, some changes to it.
Yeah, little like minor changes to it. So it's not like not, let me just see. Yeah, it has like minor changes to it. So it's going to do that with all of the with any image that we create, it's going to do that. So and then there's other things you can do. Like let's take this upscaled version we did, and you can play with it like you can upscale it subtly, and that'll change. The subtle will change certain things. It'll give you an even more detailed version with some minor changes. And then you can upscale creative. Let's try that. If you hit upscale creative, it'll give you like a, it'll give you another version where the creative means like it's gonna be more like random in the things that it changes. Like, let me see. Yeah, so it's coming up now. Um, yeah, upscale creative. So it changed it a little bit, but not too much actually. And then, so using the same example, um, you can vary a region, right? Let's vary a region. So say you liked this part of the photograph, say you liked this photograph, but you didn't like, say, the front wheel of the bicycle, right?
Right.
You could go to vary region, and then it says drag to select the area to be changed. So we want to change this area, right? So what I can do down here in this prompt is I can take it and I can write like, what could I write here? Maybe like,
Lying on a unicycle.
well, it's just going to change. It's just going to change this. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Let's change this. Let's do that. I like that. A lion riding unicycle, unicycle, and then we'll see what it does. This is going to be good. So it should just change the bottom region that we selected, and let's see, it's 30%. Oh, see,
Uh-oh.
didn't really get it.
Nah, it just blurred it out.
Yeah,
Looks
it
like.
blurred it out a little bit. Yeah, so it's not like it's not perfect. Maybe it was because I did it in two sections. Let me just try that again. Let's vary a region. And let's just go pick this whole thing like that. And we'll write maybe just take this out. We'll just write unicycle. Unicycle. And we'll see what happens. So this is the professional version. So I like I used to play with, yeah, it still didn't do it right. See that?
It just blurred it.
Yeah, it's still processing. Right now it's only 65%. Once it finishes, then it should be pretty clear. Let's take a look here. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it didn't really follow through. So
Now the wheels do look different. Like if
yeah,
you do a unicycle, it's just one big ass wheel, but they do look different, but it's still a bike. So you
yeah.
know.
Okay, so let's why don't we work on the prompt that you mentioned earlier? What was it? You mentioned a specific.
Okay, so let's say
Hold on a second. I'll write it down.
okay.
What's the name of the event? Black History event?
The Wilmington Massacre of 1898 in Wilmington, North Carolina.
1898
Hmm.
in TON.
In Wilmington, North Carolina.
Okay. In WI.
See what comes up. Yep.
Wilmington, North. Oh, so I'm going to add some stuff to this just to like,
Okay.
I'm just going to scroll up and I'm going to use, because 1898, that's when they had that same kind of photograph, like a vintage sepia glass photograph. Let's just copy this and this prompt, and then let's just go down and we'll add it down. So let me just put this here. So because this was the kind of photographic like technology they had then. Vintage sepia glass plate photo, cinematic shot. I'm going to change eye level shot to like a wide angle. Let's call it like ultra wide angle. Ultra wide angle shot. We're going to take this out. Cinematic shot. I have a bunch of notes here that like that dynamic, maybe dynamic shot. Dynamic shot. And so let me move this up. So there's a couple things. Can you see the prompt down here? Can you see this?
Yeah, I see Wilmington, North Carolina -AR16:9. Yeah.
Cool. So I just wanted to see there's like a hyphen and then AR. So that means like the aspect ratio. Aspect ratio is like it's like a widescreen TV compared to like a square shape. You know what I mean? Like a widescreen TV is like 16, the ratio is 16:9. And that's called the aspect ratio. And then like the standard, like if you don't specify the aspect ratio, it gives you like this, the line one, just a square. It just gives you a square. But if you want to change the aspect ratio, 16:9 is a cool one. That's the ones that I was doing up here of this is like, yeah, that's these broader, these like sort of wide angle shots that I was doing. I think that's a much more interesting the way I like to like create images like this is like I think about how like human beings see their environment. And we have like a much broader cone of vision horizontally. We have like almost 200 degrees or like 190 degrees horizontally, and vertically we have much less. So I try to frame my shots like when I'm creating images, I try to do it like that because I think people find it much more like real, like much more interesting and much more engaging to frame it with those kinds of like this is 19:6. So if you wanted to talk about like an event like the Wilmington massacre, like it could be good to have a wide angle shot. So the Midjourney will generate like a lot more information in the image. So we'll give it a shot and we'll see how it comes out. Okay. Let me just vintage. I'm going to copy this before I do it because sometimes I run it and it doesn't work, and then I lost the prompt that I wrote. One thing also, Michael, like if you're going to use Midjourney, it's good to have like a Microsoft Word document open on the side. And
Okay.
one of the things I do is like I have AI. So this is a page of like AI prompts that I've been keeping. It's 268 pages long.
Oh, wow.
So like if I write a prompt, let's just bring this down. If I write a prompt, I'll just like paste it here. This way I have a record of it and I can
Okay.
go back and look at it. So it's
Yeah.
like good to do that because sometimes you write a great prompt and for some reason you lose it and then you don't have a record of it. So it's like it's good to keep that stuff. So let's run this and we'll just see what happens. And it's important to like there's no rules to writing prompts. Like some people have like a format that you can follow, and we can talk about that. Um, that you should do certain things in certain orders, and that's kind of true a little bit, but there's no rules in terms of like what you want to write. Okay, so these are cool. Let's take a look at these. So when it generates 4 images, if you want to look at them a little more detailed, you just click on it. It'll
Mhm.
open it up, and then you can go down to the bottom left and open it in a browser, and then that'll open it up in a new window. And then you can zoom in and you can see it starts to generate more images, okay, of what that massacre looked like. Um, it doesn't seem to be, it looks, can you tell me, give me a little more? I wish I knew more about the massacre. I don't, but if you can tell me a little more, we can add that information into the prompt and maybe we can change the images. Like, what do you think?
Okay, well, pretty much the massacre was pretty much white supremacists came in and tried to destroy the town.
Okay.
It happened on November 10th.
Okay.
I don't know if that'll help.
Yeah, we
Uh,
could in of November
November 10th of 1898.
10,
Yep.
1898. Okay, so let's write something like that. Let's write like how could we like white supremacists, wide angle shots, cinema shots, um, Wilmington massacre.
Yeah, because it had, of course, it was over the government because
Mm.
the Southern Democrats pretty much led a mob of people to
Oh my God. Yeah.
overthrow the government in Wilmington because it
Yeah.
was, it was a biracial government and so forth,
Yeah.
property and all that stuff.
Yeah. All right, how can we write this? Let me just think for a second. White supremacists destroying
Or you can say post Reconstruction. That might help.
okay, let's do that. Dynamic shot. Post post Reconstruction
Mhm.
Wilmington massacre of November 10th, North Carolina, comma, um, white supremacists,
Mhm.
white supremacists destroying peaceful.
Or overthrow government, if you want to put that in there.
Okay, white supremacists overthrow um,
Local government or something like that.
local government overthrow. Okay, local local government. Um, okay, want to give this a shot and we'll see how it goes.
All right, see what we get.
And then we can just keep editing it. So it's like you can take a prompt and just if it's not giving you what you want, you can kind of add things to it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so it's good. It's interesting to put dates and stuff in. So now it will focus. It might focus on like historical drawings or actual images of that. Let's see what happens. I want to change the aspect ratio again too, just to give us a little broader view. Okay, so we have more people now. Let's take a look here. Open it in a browser. Take a look. Wow.
It's a little bit better. I mean, I think it looks similar to the same one it just showed, but it had more people to it.
Yeah.
But
Maybe,
it looks better. You can get a better idea of what's going on.
yeah. This looks scary, man. Holy cow. Okay, let's do you want to like change with these? Why don't we play with these a little bit? Out of these four, which one do you like? Which one do you think
Let's
looks
take
good?
the bottom left.
Bottom left. Okay, so let's bottom left. So that's number three. Let's upscale three
Okay.
and let's do variations of three. Variations of three. And then let's also do very strong. And you can also zoom out. So let's do that. We'll zoom out 2 times. So when you zoom out 2 times, it's going to pull back a little bit and give you a broader view. And then let's also very strong. So very strong means it's going to take the image and make like some very strong changes to it. Um, we'll do an upscale creative too, to see what comes up. Okay, so it's making some more images. So this is what is this? Yeah, this is the variations. Okay, take a look. Yeah, you don't get a sense. Maybe we should add the word like violence and like
Yeah.
hatred or something like that. You know what I mean? To make
Yeah.
it.
Maybe violence or racial discrimination or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Okay, okay, let's do that. And then because these people, yeah, let's do that. I think that's good. Um, we'll take a look down more. What is this one? So it tells you, see how up here it says upscaling. So this is one of the images that was creatively upscaled. We'll take a look, open in browser. Oops. I don't think the image is done yet. Scale, let's see. Oh, 93% done. Um, Yeah, so this is creative upscaled, so you can take a look, open it up. I mean, we can also do the images in color, but I think it has like more of a historical like feeling if we use
Like,
the
leave it
technology.
like this.
But we can do whatever you want to do. If you just tell me what you think you want to do, and I'll do it. Let me just
I
copy.
like it like this because it looks more authentic than if it was
Yeah,
in.
I
Yeah.
agree. I think that makes for a more compelling, like I agree with you. I think it makes for a more compelling like presentation. You almost feel like, wow, I didn't know that this event was photographed. You know what I mean? So let's
Right.
try that. Let's go backslash imagine. We'll copy the prompt in. I think we're doing a good prompt here. So we'll just keep working on this. Let's put in what'd you say? Violent, right? Let me hold on a second. Post
Yeah, like
Reconstruction,
maybe
violent massacre, maybe, right?
yeah, violent, or we could you say violent racial massacre.
Yeah, violent. That's good. Racial massacre. Wait, maybe violent white supremacists too. VIOL. Violent white supremacists overthrow local government. I'm going to change the aspect ratio because I want to give us a little more like, I just want to make it 19:6. It gives us a little bit more of a broader view. And all right, let's give this a shot. Let's see what comes up. So if you want, we can meet later in the week too. We could do other events if you want, or we could do another session like later in the week if you want to. It's up to you. Even next week, even like throughout the semester, if you want to keep working on this, I'm happy to keep working on this with you.
Okay. Yeah, definitely send me the video as well because
All right, 10-4.
these pictures might be a little bit better. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Take a look.
Yeah, especially that top right. I mean,
Yeah.
the top left and the bottom left look like they might be a little bit better.
Okay, let me see here. Is it done? It's done. Let's take a look. Open it in a browser. Yeah, so we should think about other words. Violent.
Did you put in post reconstruction? Did that
I
help?
did. Let me double check. Let me just go back.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Yeah,
Okay.
post reconstruction.
Okay. I thought that might help, but I guess not. Okay.
Post reconstruction south, maybe. We can play with it. Like, is it done? Yeah, it's done now. So let's open this up. We'll open it in a browser so we get a little more detailed view. And
Okay, that top one's similar. The bottom one looks a little bit better. Yeah.
and it does look good. It looks like I kind of don't like the way it's warped, like like a fisheye lens or something.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like that either.
Ah,
In my opinion, it takes away from it.
yeah.
Now that picture right there is better. That one, the bottom one
Okay.
right, I think that's a little bit better. Shows the destruction a little bit better.
Okay. So let's upscale that. Oh, this looks pretty scary too.
Hmm.
All right, let's go back. Let's upscale these then, and we'll give variations of these. So let's upscale. What do you think? 2 and 4? All
Yes.
right, so let's do 2, and then let's do 4. You want to do, let's do, oh wait, 3 was also cool. Maybe we'll do 3 also. That was this one. Let's do variations of 3 and variations of 4 too. And we'll see what it comes up with. All right, so this is this is the upscale version. Let's take a look. Yeah, I like this. I like this format, the wide format. It gives you like a whole, like, I like it because you can't take the image in all at once. You actually, it's like this format for me is very compelling because you can't see everything at once. You actually have to, it's like being in the world, it's like you have to like look around to investigate what's going, to try to figure out what's going on.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go back. And then let's go back. This one. So maybe we can add some other words and let me see. All right, so this was the variations. So we did strong variations of one of them. if there's anyone that like you in particular that you like, just let me know and we can play with that one a little more.
Okay.
This is not like they're kind of similar, right? All four of these are kind of similar. I like this one's not too bad on the right, I think the lower right, but I think maybe we need to like let's take a look at this one. This almost looks like the aftermath, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, wow.
It doesn't show anything going on, like the actual
Yeah,
event.
so maybe we can try to describe that because this it almost looks like the after it's just like the aftermath that it happened. So maybe we can figure out a way to edit the prompt. Let me just copy it. And then I see how it says at the end here, it says version 6.1.
Uh-huh.
So this is Midjourney's like version 6.1. That's the version that's running now, the most recent version, updated version.
Okay.
I find that sometimes using an older version gives you better results.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can change the settings to use an older version. So let's do that. Over here on the side, where it says settings, you can just hit settings. And then it opens up a little prompt down here. You hit return, and it gives you all your settings.
So why do you think it's better to use an older version sometimes?
That's a really good question. So I don't know that this is true. Like, I don't know that this is the case, but I know from my experience that like sometimes I think like the older versions are better. And that's because like in 2023, right? So like a year and a half ago, 10%, right? 10% of all the internet content was generated by AI. Now that's a lot, right?
Right.
By 2026, 90%, 90% of all internet content is
Mhm.
going to be generated by AI. So right now, we're like, I don't know, maybe 50% of all internet content is generated by AI.
Right.
And and that's not really a good thing because the internet is like it's got a lot of problems, but it also has like a lot of great things that allow people to communicate and share ideas. So by AI generating so much more internet content, then what the AI is doing, the large language model, it's now like a few years ago, the large language models were made up of all content that were generated by human beings. You know, like
Mhm.
everything on the internet was basically generated by all photographs, poems, writing, stories, cartoons, everything was made by a person. So that's why some of the older versions of AI, of the Midjourney and AI, they are drawing off of internet content that was created by human beings. Whereas
Okay.
the recent versions are drawing off of content that's created like probably half the time by AI. And AI is like we're trying to get a certain image, and it's like all these images are being created and they're all going on to the internet. They're all being logged onto the internet. So it's like we're generating more things. It's not really what we want, but it's associating Midjourney is associating these images with the prompt that we created. So by using an older version, we may be able to get better images. That's my thinking about it. I don't know that like I don't know exactly how because they don't really make it public. I don't really know exactly how Midjourney does everything, but that's my thinking about it. So if you go to
That makes sense. It makes sense.
yeah, if you go to settings over here, this is the default mode. So you would click here, and I like version 5.2 or even 5.1. I feel like it works better. And there's other versions you can do here. Strong variation mode is good. We'll leave that for now. And okay, let's do another prompt and let's imagine um cinematic. uh, let me take this out. Copy. put it here. Reconstruction. A violent scene in Wilmington, North Carolina. Wilmington, North Carolina, of the racial massacre of November 10th in Wilmington, North Carolina. Violent white supremacists overthrow the local government. And did they like burn the town down? Just can you tell me a little more about it, like exactly, so that I can put a little more detail in?
Yeah, so pretty much because Wilmington was the largest city in North Carolina at that time, and it was pretty much ran by whites and blacks.
Okay.
Of course,
Oh yeah. Right.
white people didn't like it, and so they wanted to come in and destroy it and take over everything pretty much.
Okay. Violent scene. Violent white supremacists overthrow local government. All right, let's just give this a shot and we'll see what it comes up with. Let's change this to, yeah, that's okay.
It's like similar to same pictures.
Yeah, maybe we need to change it a little bit. We can do like we can change our view. We can give it like a view from above. Maybe that's a better idea. Let's see.
See what if it'll do that because it looks pretty much like, I mean, it changed some things around, but it's basically the same picture.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's change the view. We'll change the angle of the view. We'll give it, I think it's called, what's it called? Satellite view? Yeah, satellite view. Let's do that. So let's copy this. Government 5.2, copy. Imagine. View. Let's do dynamic shot, cinematic shot, wide angle shot. I have that in. I have that twice. Let's take, whoops, a daisy. Let's go to satellite view. Satellite. Is that how you spell satellite?
Yep.
Satellite view. Okay. Give it a shot. Maybe we'll change the, let's see what comes up. I'll change the aspect ratio too. Maybe we'll use like a 3:2. That could be a little better.
Yeah, it looks the
That
same.
does look a little bit the same.
Yeah.
Let me take out some of the, a little different.
Well, yeah, it's a tad bit better. Yeah, like yeah, these are different pictures, but it's not definitely not, it's not satellite view.
Yeah. All right. So let me take out, I think I should take out like cinematic view. Let me change some of the prompts a little bit and then take out some words that might not be exactly what we want. It's like this, and then imagine. Let's take out ultra wide angle shot. Let's take out cinematic shot. Let's take out documentary style. Post reconstruction south. Violence. All right, let's try this. Let me just change this to 3:2. See what we get. Yeah, so it's just it's just playing with it and just seeing which words like I said, there's no rules really. There's a certain like prompt format that you're supposed to follow. But okay, this is a little better. Maybe I'll just write it like view from above, like looking down from above or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
this
like it's on top of a building.
yeah, this looks a little better. I mean, not better. It looks a little more devastating, the imagery, right?
Yeah.
Like this, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like somebody shot it from on top of a building or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, some of them. Let me see. Yeah, this one does. Yeah.
yeah, that's actually a good one right there.
Yeah, this was a pretty good one. If you want, I can take a screenshot. Let's do an upscale of this one. So
Okay.
this is number three. We'll upscale three, and then I can do a screenshot and send it. If you want any of these, I can send them
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah. Send it. Yeah,
you. Okay,
please.
cool. I'll do that. Let me do upscale four. Upscale four is like the maximum.
Huh?
Do that with this one. Let's zoom out a little bit. We'll do a variation. Oh, you see, I'll show you one more thing. So you see this image right here, right?
Uh-huh.
See these arrows at the bottom?
Yes.
You can take this image and say like we wanted to move this, see more what's going on to the right, then you would
Mhm.
hit this arrow going to the right, and it's gonna regenerate the image and give you more of what's on the right-hand side of the image.
So it is shifted.
It'll keep the frame that we have, but it'll make it wider. You know what I mean?
Okay. I
So
got you.
it'll keep this and it'll just add a section to the right. You can also do the same thing looking up or looking down. But let's see what we got here. Okay, so these are zoomed out. So this is the same image, but I
Mhm.
zoomed out. So I pulled back a little bit and it gave me these. Take a look. Let me see. Yeah, so now it's looked at these. That's the upscaled. This is pan right. So this is where it panned right a little bit. No, it did just you're right, it did just move right. It used to open browser.
Moved a lot.
What's happening here? Oh, it's not done uploading.
Okay.
Yeah, so here in browser. So this is zoomed out. So we pulled back 2 times. So it gives us like this is not too bad. Maybe we should add words like devastated or like ruins, something like that. It may show like this one's pretty good, I think. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's whatever you think. If you want, I can.
I like that one and the second one.
Let me just go back. Hold on. Which ones?
Second one.
Number two and number three.
Yeah.
All right, let's do upscales of those. So we'll do upscale of number two and an upscale. Oh, that's number four. No, I'm sorry, that's number three. Upscale number three. And then we can scroll down. These are some of this is the pan right. It tells you up in the prompt like what it was. So this was the one where we panned right. We had the original image and we just panned right. It looks like it made part of the image color. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you can get a broader view of like the scene, right? Wow, yeah, this is really interesting. Wow, you can see there's some fire over here. Like,
Yeah, I like this one right here.
yeah, all right. So let's do one of those. This one too, actually, is pretty good. Let's um let's make upscale two. Um which ones do you want to upscale?
Definitely two. And let's still do three again.
Three again. Okay, upscale three. Okay. And then after we get off, I'll take screenshots of these and then I'll send them to you.
Okay.
And then yeah, these are some of the upscaled ones that we did. Let's take a look. I mean, they look like historic photographs. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they do.
They look like It
The
looks,
only thing I don't like about this one, it seems like the building to the far right, it looks like there's some color into it. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And that kind of doesn't make it look authentic.
Yeah,
But if it was the same as everything else, it'd be great. Like I think that's a great shot right there.
yeah,
Now this one is perfect. I like that
yeah.
because
Okay.
it keeps the same color scheme
Tone.
all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, same tone. Yep.
All right, cool. So let's upscale this one to the maximum. Upscale 4 times. And yeah. Um, this one's also not too bad. This one's pretty good too. Um, yeah, so what we'll do, what time is it now? What time you got to get off? You got to get off at any time?
I can probably stay on about 10 more minutes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then
Can I have another one? Oh yeah.
yeah, there's one coming up here. Sometimes if I generate a bunch, it can only do so much at one time and it kind of puts you on pause a little bit. So
Okay.
let's just copy this, copy it, and then let's try another one. The and let me just see here. Vintage sepia glass. I could change the vintage sepia glass, but I kind of like the look of it. You know what I mean? What do you think?
Yeah, take that out just to see what it'll give
Yeah,
us.
okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
You want to do black and white photograph or like vintage color
Yeah, let's do
photograph?
black. Yeah, do black and white
Black and white, all right, 10-4.
and see what it'll do.
Black and white photograph, satellite view. Okay. Yeah, something about like, see how we started using like version 5.2
Huh?
and suddenly they became like better, like it seemed more realistic to me in version 5.2. You know what I mean? I think it's because the the content of the language models is getting polluted by all of the AI generated images.
It's
Also,
actually showing the top of it now.
this is the satellite view. For some reason, it came through in this one. See how satellite, this is kind of cool, actually. Look at these.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at these. So the satellite, this is more of like the satellite view. This is really like what the satellite view is supposed to do. It gives you like a bird's eye view. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Sometimes it doesn't work. Let's just go back here.
I definitely like the third one.
Okay, 10-4. We'll get a big shot of that. This one here.
Yep.
Wow. I mean, these look like historic, to me, they look like historic photographs. You know what I mean?
Third one, that second one is good, I think, as well.
Okay. Wow, this one's not bad.
And yeah, this one's not bad either because it's showing, people marching and all that other stuff.
All right, so let's go back and just tell me which ones you want, and I'll do upscale version.
Let me get two and three.
Hold on, where do we go here? Here. So upscale 2,
And three.
upscale 3. Okay. We could do variations of those too if you want. Yep, let's just, I mean, it doesn't cost anything, so let's just do it. You know what I mean? I like it doesn't really cost. Actually, that's not really true. It does like part of using AI for me is like um I forget if this was part of our readings for the class or not, but I read this article about a week ago about AI, and it said like if you use ChatGPT to write a 100-word email, it uses like a bottle of water, like a five, was it a half a liter of water for every 100-word email, and it uses the equivalent electricity of one light bulb burning for 14 hours. Like if I just go to ChatGPT and just say, ChatGPT, can you write a 100-word email like wishing my boss a happy birthday? In the 5 seconds it takes it to do that, it uses the same equivalent electricity as one light bulb burning for 14 hours and half a liter of water that they use to keep the servers cool, you know. So it's like I always try to keep that in mind. But okay, let's see. Oh, so this is more of the let's upscale this to number 4. And then That's a good one too. Upscale this one. Maybe I'll create a Google Drive folder and I'll put all the images in there and I'll just share it with you. This way you
Okay.
can go there and just get them, whatever ones you want, okay?
That's fine. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, anytime. And then yeah, so these were the variations of that. We created variations of the one that you liked. I think this was number 2 or something. But yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. I have to go back and do it again. Yeah. See, it messed up a little bit here. See the car?
Mm-hmm.
Got a car here. It's got some cars in the street too.
Staying around them, yeah.
Yeah, so that's like sometimes that's called like a hallucination. Hallucinations are when AI is like it does things that it's unexpected. Like you know, I'm sure what it does, but it's like um it's interesting that it puts like Jeeps and stuff in the images that I mean we gave it a date and everything, and it's still like it still makes these kind of mistakes, you know. Um, it's still working on these two, like 62% and 62%. So um what else? I mean, we can do another, we can keep working on this one, or we can try to do another one. Or
No, I think what I need to do, and thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. I understand a little bit better. Still need to go over it more,
yeah,
but I need to think like some new prompts because right now, like the prompts I'm giving you is kind of pulling the same pictures. So
yeah,
maybe I need to look up something, maybe Google, yeah, Google it or go more into it so I can try to figure out like what actually can help, to bring in more.
I got an idea. Let me just copy this. Let's do a quick Google search
Okay.
for
Wilmington Massacre.
yeah,
Okay. 1898.
images. So these are the images, right? So there
Okay.
are some images here of it. Um, so let's pick one of these images. Which one do you think?
Right there. Go back. Yeah.
This one right here. So let's grab this guy.
Yeah, do that one. See what.
Let's go to the site. So these are probably the images that is drawing off of. So let's do a screen capture really quick. So you can take an image like this, like what you were just saying reminded me of this. There's so much to go over with this. I can't cover it all in an hour, but what we can do is I'm going to take a screenshot of this and we'll upload this image into Midjourney. And then I'll show you how to use this image as part of the prompt that you can use in Midjourney. So let me just capture this.
Okay.
Let's preview and it's my students.
Uh,
Let me see. Let's just file. I'm going to save it. I'm just going to save this on my desktop. Best quality. Um, yeah, maybe we can save it here. Titled. AI and education. All right, we'll save it here. JPEG save. Okay, so now we have this image saved. So let's go back to Midjourney and we'll just, which is where here, close this out. Go back to Midjourney, which is somewhere, here it is. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna upload an image. So let's go here, upload a file, right?
yep.
There's other ways to do this too. Untitled, where are we here? AI in education, JPEG, this one?
Nope. That's
Up-
it.
Okay, so it's gonna upload, right?
Uh-huh.
Then we're gonna hit this. Now we're gonna open this. Let me see this. It's supposed to open it in the browser. Let me see here.
In the Midjourney browser.
Yeah, and let me see this. Why is it not working?
Do you need to put a prompt in there?
No, usually it's, let me think about it for a second. No, we did that. Hold on a second. Okay. Yeah. Why is it not working? Backslash. Okay, that should work now.
Okay.
All right, got it. So here, sometimes it's a little slower. So click on this, and then you want to open it in a browser, right?
Mhm.
And you want to copy the link. Okay. And then we can go back and we can just go backslash imagine. You can paste the link, and then let's just go up and add this prompt. We'll add this prompt to it. Space V, and then we're going to do image weight. So the way image weight works is, let me just read it so I don't tell you the wrong thing. A second here. So image weight. So image weight is like you write like dash dash IW, and image weight is like how much Midjourney is going to weigh the image. So there's two things we're giving Midjourney now. We're giving it an image and we're giving it a prompt. So the image weight goes from like 0 to 2. So anywhere in there, like if I give it an image weight of like 2, it's going to really weigh the image more than the prompt. So if I give it an image weight of like 1, it's going to maybe weigh them both the same. So let's do like an image weight of like 1.5. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that this works. All right, looks like it's working. So we'll see. Right now it's using, like I said, it's using this image. It's using the link to the image, and it's using our prompt to make a new image. So this is a way that you can also like use historically accurate photographs and then like create a prompt that sort of goes with them. So we did an image weight of 1.5. We'll try it again with an image weight of like 0.25, and we'll see what comes out. Okay. Wow, you can see how just by its image weight is kind of high, like 1.5 is high, so it looks a lot kind of like the photo. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Didn't really change anything.
Didn't really change too much. I mean, it added some fire and some smoke and stuff, but it was like, we'll take a closer look. Open in browser. Yeah, sometimes it takes too long. There we go. Yeah, it looks a lot like the image,
Mm-hmm.
right? So let's change the image weight. We'll take the same prompt and we'll just change the image weight. Just copy this. We'll change the image weight to 0.25 backslash imagine, put the prompt in. We'll change this to image weight 0.25. We'll try it again. So now it's going to weigh the prompt a lot more than the image. We'll see what happens. So it's like just playing with it, and let's see what happens. 13%, 93%. Wow, so it changed it quite a bit. Wow.
Okay.
Let's take a close look. This looks like pretty successful to me. This is like a good way to end the session. I think it's like a pretty successful, wow.
Yeah, this looked definitely better.
This is very, very, yeah, I think these are the best images. I mean, there's cars here, so that's a little bit out, but this one right here looks pretty good. What do you think? Which ones do you like?
Let's see, like number one,
Okay.
and I like uh two.
One and two. All right, so let's go back and then we'll upscale one and two. Scale one. We'll oops a daisy. And we'll upscale two. Wow. Let's upscale this one too. Upscale four. Upscale one, upscale two. And we could zoom out too. Let's zoom out on this one. It'll give us a little bit more of a view. And then let's open this one up to the left. Let's upscale four. It's very strong. Zoom out two and open to the right. And so there's one more thing I want to show you. While these images are generating, I want to just jump to, there's another page you can go to in Midjourney, which like organizes your images. So it like all the images that you create, it keeps a history of them. Let me just refresh the page. It'll give us the ones that we're working on now. It's still working on some. So this is another page where you can see like all of the work that we did, like just sitting here going through generating images. It saves all of them like in a library. So you can go through them whenever you want. And this is how we started, like just playing with that lion. But then very quickly, these are the earlier ones that I did, just thinking about the topics that you were interested in. This is actually a nice one here. But yeah, then we experimented with that a little bit, and then we just went through. It keeps a lot, like a history of all the images that you create, and this is like how you can, or you can also create from this page. You can like explore images and do variations from this page also. But we actually did a lot. We actually created a lot of images here. So let's just go back to Midjourney and we'll take a look at some of these that were created. This is the zoom out. Wow, this could be a good one too. Seems to show a lot of devastation. Yeah, some of them are still coming up. But Michael, I feel really lucky to have talked to you tonight and worked on this with you. So let me know if you want to keep working on this. Like I'm happy to help you with this if you want. And
Yeah, I appreciate you going over this because I had no idea. I mean, I know that in one class you had talked a little bit about it, but
yeah.
still, it's a lot more to it than meets the eye.
You
So,
know what I wanted to go over with you too? Like one more thing is like the format. So whenever you write a prompt, like there's like I guess six things that you should try to organize your prompt by, and we kind of did that. The first one is like the medium, which is
mhm.
like what are you trying to show? Is it like a photograph? Are you trying to create a painting, like a vintage photo or a comic book scene or a sketch or something? So that's the medium. That's the first thing. The next thing is like the style. So the style could be like by a particular artist. That's like the 1960s era civil rights photographer that I used. I,
Okay.
I put the photos in his style. So there's medium, style, and then the composition is like, do you want a satellite view? Do you want a portrait view? Do you want a wide angle view? So it's medium, style, composition, and then what's the scene? In this case, the scene is like November 10th, 1898 in Wilmington, North Carolina, like violent white supremacists overthrow local government. That's the scene that we're describing. And then you can add a little bit of variation to that scene by like putting something in like the weather. Like you said, it was November. So we could have put like a fall day or something like that. And then the last thing in the prompt, this kind of has to be the case. The last thing is all of these like dash dash image weight, dash dash aspect ratio, things like that. So that's the format that you should follow when you work on these prompts. But if you want, we can take a look at some of these. This is still coming through. Let's take a look at this. Some of these show like a lot more devastation. Wow. Mhm. Yeah, this one, you see. But do you have any questions for me about anything?
Not right now, but
Okay.
I like these pics though.
Yeah, okay. If you want, I can make some upscaled versions of these and send them to you. Let me just go back.
Yeah, this one right here. Go back to that one you just showed.
Which one was it? Which one is
Number three. Number three.
number
I
three?
think.
Okay, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3. So this one. Let's upscale 3 and it's gonna come down at the bottom. Image number 3. Was it this one?
No,
Forget.
that was one we did before.
Yeah, it could be a little behind. Sometimes when I create a lot of images, it's like a little bit behind.
Okay.
Where was it? It was this one you liked, right? Upscale 3, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We hit it again. Sometimes it takes a second. Yeah, it may take a second to get started. We just did a lot of images, so
And the ones that you have separated out, those are good. I think those are the ones we already did. We already done those.
the upscaled ones. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Michael, if there's anything else, just let me know. And then just shoot me. What I'll do is I'll create a folder in the Google Drive and I'll just give you access to it. And then just you can, you'll have all the images you want. And then just let me know. And if you want to work on more prompts or there's other things you want to do, we can do that like over the semester. Just give me a call or just shoot me an email.
Okay, I will, man. Again, thank you for taking time out. This is definitely more than what I expected.
My
So,
pleasure. So,
yeah, thanks a lot, man. I
all
appreciate
right,
it.
anytime. All right, Michael, take care.
All right, you too.
All right.